Just a year ago, he averaged 20 points per game. A year before that, he finished 4th in most improved voting en route to becoming an NBA champion. Today, Jordan Poole has the 8th worst field goal percentage and the 3rd worst plus minus in the entire NBA. So how did we get here, and can he find his way back? Coming into college as a 4-star recruit, Poole had a very solid freshman season in limited minutes. In just 12 minutes a game, he averaged 6 points and shot a very impressive 37% from behind the 3-point line. Michigan had an incredible season and were a 3 seed in the March Madness tournament. In their run, Poole hit one of the most memorable buzzer beaters in tournament history against 6-seeded Houston.
So the pass is going to come from Livers. He rifles it right in front of us to Abdul Rahman at midcourt. Extra pass. And it goes for the win! The three-pointer by Jordan Poole!
They would go all the way to the national championship where they were beat by Villanova. In his second season, the team could not repeat their success as they would lose to Texas Tech in the Sweet 16. For Jordan though, it was a breakout year. He averaged 12 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds, once again shooting 37% from 3. This performance was enough for him to enter his name into the 2019 NBA draft. The Golden State Warriors liked what they saw and drafted him with the 28th overall pick. Coming into the season, Jordan was expected to get pretty solid minutes as Durant had left and Clay was out for the season. Later on, D'Lo would be traded and Curry would get hurt as well. This meant the Warriors had to find new, young players to fill these gaps. Poole's first few games did not go according to plan. In his first 2 games, he shot 3 for 22 from the field, 2 for 12 from 3, and they were blown out twice. Early on, the flashes were there, but the struggles largely continued. 3 for 16 November 4th, 2 for 11 November 6th, 0 for 7 November 17th, and 3 for 13 November 25th. His worst stretch in his entire career came early the following month, where in 4 games from December 1st to December 6th, he shot 0 for 19 from the field. In those 4 games, the team went 1-3 and he had a total plus minus of minus 37. Over the course of the next month, he would see multiple DMPs, limited minutes, and finally his first trip to the G League. He played just 3 games in the G, putting up 26 points a game on 47% shooting. Quickly, Poole was recalled to the NBA roster and began to find his footing. The struggles were there so often, but the field goal percentage started to climb. Once D'Lo was traded to Minnesota, his playtime significantly increased. After the trade, he averaged 16 points on 46% shooting. The 3-point percentage was still an issue though, as he only shot 27%. Just as he began to find his rhythm, COVID hit the NBA. At the start of the 2020-2021 season, the role for Poole was very unknown. Despite his strong finish to the year prior, he once again was a bench guy, and in the first 20 games, he saw very few opportunities and a whole lot of DMPs. Early on in February, he was once again sent down to the G League. Once again, that allowed him to find his 3-point shot, shooting 33% in 11 games. When he was called back up, he took the league by storm. His first game back, he hit 5 threes and scored a career-high 26 points. In the final 36 games of the season, he averaged 15 points per game and saw a massive leap in 3-point percentage, shooting 36% from behind the arc. This was capped off by a 38-point performance on May 14th as the Warriors won 8 of their last 9 in a massive playoff push. They would go on to lose both play-in games, leaving them out of the playoffs, but the season for Jordan was a massive improvement. So much so that he received votes for most improved player. Despite the play-in loss, the return of Klay Thompson and strong finish to the season left the Warriors hopeful for the 2021-2022 season. And my God, did that season go well. Poole had a much more efficient start for his standards as he shot 34% from 3 in the first 10 games, which included a 31-point game against the Hornets. Most importantly for him though, he had found a spot in the rotation, consistently seeing 30 minutes a night. His usual streaky scoring was seen throughout the season, sometimes going through patches of sub 25% from 3 and some patches up to 47%. As we entered the final stretch of the season, the Warriors were a clear playoff team and had a chance to go on a run in the postseason. In order for them to be legit contenders, they needed Jordan Poole to step up, and he answered the call. From March 3rd to April 7th, he went ballistic, shooting 45% from 3 and averaging 26 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. This surge allowed the Warriors to lock up the 3 seed, resulting in a matchup with the Denver Nuggets, led by league MVP Nikola Jokic. The Warriors cruised on through in 5 games, and Poole showed up when it mattered most. A 30-point performance in Game 1 and 21 points per game in the series. In the second round, he picked up right where he left off against the Grizzlies with another 30-point performance in Game 1. However, this was our first sign that he could be played off the court against the right team. They were blown out in Game 5 as Poole saw just 19 minutes. The The Warriors clinched the series the next game, but once again, he saw limited minutes, shooting 2 for 11 from 3 and was a -3 in a 14-point win. In the conference finals against the Mavs, once again, he saw a slight decline in minutes, but was much more efficient in his time on the court. In 28 minutes a game, he shot 63% from the field and 40% from behind the arc. The Warriors easily advanced through to the finals where they matched up against the Boston Celtics, and this was the series where we really saw the Warriors with Poole's future. The efficiency was okay, but he was destroyed on the defensive side of the ball. In the final 2 games of the series, he played 14 and 17 minutes, but he did have a positive plus-minus in both games. Despite a smaller role for him in the series, the Warriors got the job done, and Jordan Poole was an NBA champion just 3 years into his career. With Poole and Wiggins getting extended just before the 2022-2023 season, the Warriors looked to run it back, and everything was going absolutely perfect. The incident between Draymond and Jordan Poole shocked everyone, and it caused some incredible tensions throughout the season. Anytime one of those guys got upset at each other, the media picked it up, and it really did seem like they truly never did make up. The cause of the punch was through Draymond believing that Poole had a sense of entitlement, and judging from the clips we have seen in recent history, he may not have been wrong. The Warriors had some clear chemistry problems throughout the season, and Jordan Poole had his worst season since his rookie campaign. The flashes of an elite scorer were still there though, as he had 13 30-point games, 45 20-point games, and a career-high 43 points against the Raptors on December 18th. The real issues with this game once again did not arrive until playoff time. The Warriors had a good enough second half, so they were able to avoid the play-in and had a first-round matchup with their division rival Sacramento Kings. You would think with the Kings' fast play style, it would suit a high-scoring guard like Poole, but it went absolutely awful for him. He played an average of 22 minutes in the 7-game series and had 2 games where he played under 20. He shot 33% from the field and just 25% from behind the 3-point line. However, the Warriors still got the job done behind a monster performance from Steph Curry in Game 7. The second round saw the matchup with the Lakers, and in Game 1, Poole went nuts. He hit 6 of 11 threes and was a +7 in a close loss. In the final 5 games though, it was as ugly as it gets. Poole shot 30% from the field and a ridiculous 6% from 3-point range. Unsurprisingly, the Warriors would go on to lose this series in 6 games and would look to bounce back in the 2023-2024 season. The dispute between the youth and the veterans in the locker room was clear, and rumors about roster changes happened extremely fast. A few fans suspected Poole could be moved, but most fans were confident that he would be one of the young guys that would stay. Just a few weeks after the finals concluded, a deal was made for Chris Paul that saw Jordan Poole headed to the Washington Wizards. After the dust settled, people began to realize that this could be a big opportunity for him to really assert himself as a #1 option. Some people, including myself, believed that he had a legit chance to be an all-star if his efficiency stayed decent while his volume increased. Instead, we have seen another season of regression from him as his points per game dropped to 16, field goal percentage dropped to 40, and the 3-point percentage dropped to 30. Not only has it been an ugly season for him, but also for the Wizards, as they currently have the worst record in the Eastern Conference at 9-52. We have seen embarrassing plays and brutal shooting performances, but the worst thing we have seen is that he has had times where he has fully checked out of games. The popular clip that surfaced this season of him not paying attention during a timeout is Exhibit A. That's where I say the sense of entitlement that was sensed by the Warriors may not have been wrong. His struggles this season led him to be benched by the Wizards in hope of lighting a fire under him. So far, that has worked out well, as since he has moved to the bench, he is putting up 23.4 points per game, shooting 39% from 3, and has 3 30-point games. I do really hope we can see a resurgence for him over the next few months and years. A team with real structure could massively benefit from his potential to be an elite scorer off the bench. I don't think if he does return to a playoff team that we will see him have as large of a role as he did with the Warriors, but he can impact winning at a high level if paired with the right team. As we wind down the season and move on to the next, it is time for him to show the consistency and maturity that can allow his game to reach the next level. It's been a while since I've made a video like this, so if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to let me know by liking the video. It really does help the channel. If you have any ideas, whether it be for videos in this style or the simulations I usually do, be sure to drop a comment down below. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you can be one of the first people to see the new videos. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.